Hello, everyone. I'm that one nerd, Jacob.
And I'm that one Scott Collins.
And welcome back to another episode of Those Nerds on a Podcast. Do you have a whole jug of cranberry juice?
No, I have a whole jug of cranberry grape juice.
Awesome!
It's the diet one, so this entire bottle is 40 calories.
Holy shit! That's amazing!
I drank like 5 of these in the past 3 days.
I mean, to be fair, before we get into the actual premise of the episode, would you like to talk about being in the middle of Hurricane Helene?
Oh yeah. So for those of you who don't know, there was this small tropical storm.
Oh, I should not be laughing. This just happened. I should
It's
not
all
be
right.
laughing.
It's all right, Mr. President. There is a second one heading straight for my area. There has been a second hurricane.
I should not laugh. I'm trying to not laugh.
God turned on the double tap perk.
Anyway, how was like, because I doubt I'm ever gonna move to a state where hurricanes hit regularly.
Well, do you know the sound of a suction cup? Imagine that sound, except it's the wind trying to rip out your AC units.
Is that actually what it sounded like?
It sounded like, and then the AC unit in my window clicked into place, and I'm literally sleeping, and I'll go, and then immediately, boom, when the power cuts off, my fan stops blowing in my face. I was like, fuck!
I knew it! So the meme I sent that was just SpongeBob looking in disgust in bed and the text was just Caleb when the fan turns off in the middle of his sleep.
Yes, that was what upset me the most. Not the fact that my alarm probably wasn't going to wake me up. Not the fact that my kids definitely just woke up because of the alarm, because of the fans also turning off in their rooms. It's the fact that my fan is turned off and now my sleep is going to diminish.
Yeah, dude.
I was very upset.
That's a very southern thing, having to sleep with the fan on. Even if it's 30 degrees, you gotta have it on.
I guess even 30 degrees pointed away from me ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Full blast.
Keeps the air circulating, and you have the nice little.
You want to know the best part is that because there was an AC in my window, I had no way to open the window in my bedroom. I could open the window in my kitchen, in my living room. My cat jumped out the window at one point.
Like mid-hurricane?
Not mid-hurricane, post-hurricane.
Oh.
The storm finally passes. I come out, there's fucking roof shingles all over the place.
Oh, yeah, I could imagine.
One of the neighbor's trash cans, it was those green single trash cans that were made of plastic.
Yeah.
It was knocked over, and the lid was blown off, like 30 feet away.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, yep, it was blown over. Like 10 houses down.
No. Every single trash can was basically knocked over, except they didn't go anywhere because they were also halfway full of water.
That's a plus.
Yeah, so I kind of went around the neighborhood that next morning, just fucking emptying out my neighbor's fucking dumpsters and like setting them back up.
Yeah, good guy Caleb.
Yeah.
We need a hero like him in our lives. I'm glad everything is okay, because you guys were without power for like, what, 24 hours, just about?
48.
40? God damn, did the weekend run by that fast?
It didn't for me. I sat there and I tried to read 12 More Rules for Life, and I didn't make it past the intro because lots of big Canadian words. And then I tried to read another book, and I was like, damn, I gotta stop buying nonfiction. The shit gets boring after about an hour.
I'm a big fiction guy. I
was like, but I've already read all the fiction books on my shelf. I didn't feel like rereading any of them.
I thought you were just gonna leave it at I've already read all the fiction books. I've
I've read every single fiction book that has been, is been, and will be. I have in here. I know the ending to the actual Game of Thrones books.
Those
I'm
are
never
still
telling
going.
anyone. Yeah, I know. It's up here. I know what it is.
Tell everyone watching or listening.
Well, Deadpool appears out of nowhere. Where did the go? That one Skinwalker Summer. Back at it again. She even ran away like a Skinwalker, all hunched over.
I thought you were about to say that one Skibbity Summer, if I'm being completely honest.
God damn. Jacob, the irony poisoning. It's getting to you.
Dude. Also, before we get into the actual meat of the episode, my dad came up this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, we bought some blue and gold sausage for my nephew, and since I'm still without a car, and Summers can't make it to Manfred and back without probably fucking exploding, he was like, hey, I can just come up there. We can hang out for a little bit. He brought it up here. We bought a blue and gold sausage, as one does, and a bag of chicken.
As one does. That shit is fire.
I have never had the chicken until today. That's what we had for dinner, and oh my god, that is the best, like, pre-made fried chicken I've ever fucking had.
My mom buys, like, 5 bags of that every year.
I mean, yeah, it's 5 pounds. We went through, like, we both had 4 tenders, and it looks like we didn't even make a small dent in the bag.
Well, the thing is, imagine having to feed my ass, Tristan's ass, Evan's ass. Liam wasn't a big eater back then, but he could eat. He still ate the average child-sized meal.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. So my dad gets up here, gives me the blue and gold sausage. There's no sausage. You see, I'm pretty sure I've told you this about Summer, but Summer's not a big fan of bacon. My nephew put me down for chicken and bacon, even though I texted him chicken and sausage.
We gotta kill him.
Luckily, one of the employees at my job is like the head of the FFA for Norman. So she's like, yeah.
Oh my, what a coincidence.
She's like, I just got a ton of sausage and bacon and chicken lying around, and I can get you guys a good deal on it. I'm just like, say less. We got screwed out of sausage, but now we might be able to get it for cheap.
This kind of reminds me how my dad has that one friend that hunts so much during the seasons that occasionally my dad will just come home with an entire cooler of random deer meat and hog meat for no reason.
Dude, have you ever had deer chili or deer jerky?
I have had deer chili. I had deer jerky that one time, but it wasn't that good. And then Jackson ate it, and then he's like, "This doesn't taste like real deer jerky." And I was like, "What is it?" He's like, "I don't know."
It's not deer jerky. That's for sure.
I'm like, "What is that, man? Give me."
Yeah, I remember the first time I had deer chili and deer jerky was like shortly after we had just moved back to Oklahoma. It was already like September or October by the time we got back, so like prime deer season.
Welcome to Oklahoma, small child. Here's the meat of a wild animal.
Well, I mean, I lived in Oklahoma before that. The first 9 years of my life I lived here, but I lived like right between Tulsa and Broken Arrow, aka rich dick territory.
Oh my god, those rich dicks. They're rich STDs.
Yeah, but that was my first time having it, and my dad was hesitant because he's like, deer. But then my brother-in-law, because he shot it and then he took it to a meat processor to actually, you know, get the deer meat. And oh my god. God damn.
Oh my god.
Listen, if you live in an area where you can't regularly eat something like deer, do it. I know we've talked about it on the podcast before as well, but alligator meat as well. Holy shit. Eat it. Eat things that are not normally considered regular foods. You will thank yourself. Unless it's, like, pets. Don't eat dogs or cats, please. Caleb. Caleb, don't tell me.
No, I just wanted to do a joke, but people would get mad at me.
Caleb, we're only 10 minutes in. You can't get us canceled yet. Oh my god. You know, one of these days, we're gonna say something on here that's gonna be considered just like absolutely horrid in 20 years, and we're both gonna lose everything, and I hope you're ready for that.
Oh, if that happens, my inner thoughts are just going to become outer thoughts. Everything I keep suppressed. You want to take me down? I'm going down swinging.
I've heard some of the suppressed thoughts. You guys don't want to know.
You know, it's really weird how much I will just dig into you, and then you're still like my friend somehow.
Bro, we've dug into each other. Remember that one fucking argument we had over goddamn trampoline wrestling in a group chat with everyone else that was involved?
Yeah, that was weird.
And toxic as fuck. We got toxic.
Yeah, I don't know why, to be honest. I think I was just tired.
I think I was also tired.
I think we were just tired and cranky.
So maybe doing like a good old-fashioned 2 a.m. episode recording might not be a good idea in the long run.
And then Tristan ended the argument by calling us a bunch of pile of sticks, Down syndrome people. And that kind of snapped us out of it.
And I still remember Octavio texting in the group chat. He's like, so does this mean we're done? Or...
God bless Octavio. He still does magic tricks on YouTube.
Yeah, and I have him on Snapchat. He still talks about wanting to do wrestling all the time, too.
You figured he'd get around to it by now, you know?
I feel like what a lot of it might be is I don't think he ever finished classes because of money. I could be wrong. I've never really, like... whenever I was in high school, I would talk to Octavio. But just what happens with a lot of people whenever they leave school, there's a lot of people, they don't hate them. They just stop talking to them for one reason or another.
The audience is going to be like, who the fuck is Octavio?
True. I think this is the first time we've even mentioned the existence of Octavio. Octavio, if you're watching, shout out, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to be relevant to a lot of our lore, to be honest.
Yeah. He's cool, but he was not, like, super deep in our friend group, you know?
Yeah, he didn't even frequent the Yu-Gi-Oh card table, now that I think about it.
I think I only remember him sitting with us maybe once or twice.
Yeah, and then we were like, you want to play this game? And he's like, nah, it looks too hard. And I was like, fucking Alex plays it.
If Alex can play it, that's another one whose lore... Actually, he's a little bit more important to our lore than Octavio. Because one time he almost...
first antagonist.
I had a birthday party. Man, maybe we might not get to the actual point of this episode, but we keep running into too much good shit. All right, so I had a birthday party. I invited him over. We're all chilling in my room. He throws a fucking soccer ball at the window. You know what I do? I get up. I go up to this fucker. Say that this is Alex. This is his back. And I just straight up like... as hard as I can. As hard as I can.
I was sitting right there watching the whole damn thing. I was like, ooh.
And then I immediately felt bad. I'm like, wait a minute, why the fuck did I do that?
But then he like completely justified it a few seconds later.
Yeah. And I still don't think I apologize. Alex, if you're watching, shout out, brother. I apologize.
Alex, shout out. If I ever see you again, I'm gonna hit you with the Stone Cold Stunner.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my wife. Believe it or not, my wife also had Alex Durham as an antagonist.
I feel like Alex was just overbearingly nice.
You know who he was to my wife?
Where
my hug at? He was that guy.
He was. Yes. He was where my hug at.
Yes, he would legit say that line to my wife and her friend group for no reason.
Oh my god. He was the where my hug at guy.
He was indeed.
That explains so much. I'm not even gonna lie.
And then he tried to change his name to Ross for a while. I was like, what?
I mean, that's still, like, what he goes by, I think.
I don't know. Hey Ross, if you see this, change your name back. I can't keep track.
Ross, if you're watching, shout out, brother.
Oh jeez.
All right, let's get to the actual point of the episode before we get lost in too much random bullshit.
So let me set you up.
All right.
Over the past couple of years, we've seen the rise of a certain type of video game. Think of Deep Space Galactic. Think of Lethal Company. Think of Helldivers 2. Think of Space Marine 2. And if we observe this, think of that one really fucking awesome Japanese game that had all the fucking satellite lasers and giant fucking robots whose name escapes me at the moment.
Think of Among Us.
Among Us, yes.
Yeah.
And
Among Us.
And we can through these games being incredibly popular, surmise that all of humanity can agree on one thing. Fuck giant bugs.
Fuck 'em.
Absolutely fucking
Absolute
not.
worst.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
So,
Why'd you look behind as if you were about to fucking karate chop somebody?
because my wife shouted, yeah, from the fucking hallway.
Yo, Charity, if you're watching this, shout out, sister.
He's our one consistent viewer.
I know. Shout out.
Charity, you gotta like, share, and subscribe.
And if you've already subscribed, make an alt account, subscribe again, motherfucker. Let's go.
And isn't that technically illegal?
Yes, it is, actually. Please don't do that. I mean, okay, it's not illegal. It's just against terms of service. So it's like, it's illegal for the site, but not illegal in real life. I'm not going to lie. I've done it.
So,
Yeah.
I thought I texted Jacob at around
It was like noon. Yeah.
about that time, and I was like, what if you and I had to fight the giant bugs? What would we use to fight giant bugs?
Okay, so my first question. I didn't want to ask any questions. I wanted to go into the topic as blind as possible, besides the fact that we know we're talking about giant bugs.
Giant bugs.
Are they regular bugs? Are we talking about armored bugs like in the Halo universe where they fly around with fucking guns shooting at you? Or are they just like, oh, look at the giant enemy spider.
All of the above. All of the above. And they're all one collective hive mind. And they're coming for your ass.
They can have it. I'm dying.
Unfortunately, Jacob, they eat you ass first.
Can I kill myself?
They won't let you.
Can I kill myself anyway?
You know that mealworm, those giant mealworms from the King Kong movie? They're gonna do that, but up your ass. So we gotta kill these motherfuckers now.
I fucking hate bugs.
The best part is that I'm very rule of cool. If they've got sci-fi bullshit, we've got sci-fi bullshit.
Absolutely. That's
Absolutely.
That would be like saying, like, oh, let's compare who would win, Goku or Mike Tyson. Like, sure, Mike Tyson's a fucking badass, but Goku's fucking Goku.
I think Dragon Ball legitimately had a Mike Tyson insert, and he just got his fucking ass kicked to him by Yamcha.
Imagine losing to Yamcha.
It's not that bad if you consider that Yamcha is legitimately the second strongest human to exist. Period. He just gets memed on because Goku exists.
Hold on, I want to see if I have enough space to angle my camera down. I'm going to do the Yamcha pose real quick.
Oh, yes, the Yamcha pose. Iconic.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
I think that's the first time I've ever, like, angled my camera down to the floor.
You did that one time. We did the You did that one time we did the real life fucking stream with the board game. It was like IRL challenges and you angled your camera down to show that you were actually blinking.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, well, I meant like in here, in the living room.
Yeah, yeah.
Say hello to my living room chat.
I love how that was supposed to be like the most like horrible fucking death ever because Yamcha was supposed to be our friend all through the whole Dragon Ball series for him to just get blown up and the whole world went, he died goofy as hell.
Okay. All right. So we got random sci-fi bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So, how big of hordes do these bugs come in?
In the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. It's okay. Sci-fi bullshit. Stay with me. Sci-fi bullshit.
All right. All right. All right. I'm staying with. Jesus Christ! I really want some cranberry grape juice now.
Subliminal messaging.
I don't even have Dubby right now to subliminal message. Fuck!
I can't wait to fill all 64 ounces of this empty diet cran and just fill it with Dubby. And then just chug it live on stream.
You know, they heavily suggest not doing that on the labeling, though.
You know, they also heavily suggest not to snort it, Jacob, but look at where we are.
I'm never living that one down.
It's like, I will do my dumb shit with Dubby, and you will sit there and say nothing about it.
That's the first time I've ever had a nosebleed in my entire life.
The second one is if you keep talking shit, Jake.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let's say for our giant bug scenario, the average giant bug is ironically the size of a Volkswagen Bug.
You know,
Let's just. I feel like that would be a great detail, and then like you'd be like, "That's kind of funny." And here's a video of it eating a small family of 4.
all right,
Yep,
all right,
yep, it's eating it. It's eating the mass first.
all right. So giant bugs are not as giant as I initially thought. Got it.
Okay. They're gonna get bigger, but the basic one has basic armor. Like bullets will penetrate this armor, but you can't like hit it with your fist and expect to do anything.
Did you just say they're gonna get bigger?
Well, yes, of course, giant bugs. Like we've got to scale this, you know. It's okay. It's okay. The scorpions are next.
Stay over there.
Stay.
All right, continue.
So you got your bug.
Yeah.
It's got basic skin, basic exoskeleton, none of that big armor shit you see on Halo, you see on Helldivers 2, that you gotta put multiple rounds through or have like really powerful shit. It's like bullets will pierce this fucking thing, but it's gotta be bullets. You can't really hit it with a hammer. You gotta like shoot the damn thing.
I mean, I figured for pretty much everything we would have to use some kind of gun. So this was what I was expecting at least.
Yes. And they've got teeth, and they've got little pincer, and they got little things that go thah.
So they're praying mantises?
No. It's like imagine regular ass beetles almost, except they got like fucking shit on the front. So whenever they're crawling, they go and then
All right, imagine. All right, got it.
Exactly. We'll get to the giant praying mantises soon. Thank you for the idea.
Fuck! Son of a bitch!
I found a way to make them more horrifying. Anyway, so we're taking on these. We're taking on just thousands of these. how are we gonna do? How are we gonna kill them? You can't say nukes. I know that fucking face. I know that fucking face. We can't nuke.
Listen,
There might be they're in the city. There's
I
still kids there.
figured
We can't nuke the
I
bugs.
figured that nukes would be out of the question, but hear me out.
There's too many people. Sometimes people get captured alive. We gotta help. We gotta get them.
All right. So,
Yes.
here's what I suggest, right? First of all, we gotta get armor.
Yes.
I'm thinking something along the lines of kind of calling back to the new Tulsa episode, just getting some kind of power armor. Because who knows? They're giant fucking bugs. They probably got some kind of chemical warfare involved to even get that big. All right, let's be for real. So we got like some sort of power armor or some kind of mule. Is it Mjolnir in Halo? Because I think Mjolnir is a type of armor in Halo. Some kind of Halo armor, Helldiver's armor, something where we are basically covered head to toe from fucking metal and a very sturdy metal visor to where we can still see, but not, instantly crack whenever we get hit with like a single vah. So we've got those, right?
We've got something like that.
I say, right, we kind of mod it up a little bit. You want to know something that's funny? Burning bugs to fucking death.
No fucking way.
So
I was gonna suggest the flamethrowers.
So kind of similar to like Iron Man or War Machine. You can flip your wrists down and they're flamethrowers. Now, clearly, it has to have a fuel source. The fuel source is located in the back of your calf, kind of like a regular canister. So that way, it's kind of easy to get to. You can still reach back, like, take it out, and then put a new one in. So that's how you do it. So you can go from gun to flamethrower back to gun. All right. Now, hear me out. You know a great way of taking care of bugs?
What's a good way of taking care of bugs?
Zapping them.
Oh.
So, you have, since we're getting into sci-fi shit, plasma guns. Shoot actual bolts of electricity. Picture a plasma rifle from Halo. I'm gonna go to Halo for a lot of this stuff.
That's good. That's good. We like Halo. Halo's got good anti-bug measure.
Yeah. So picture Halo, you got the plasma rifles, and they run, kind of like in the games off of a battery charge. So you need to make sure that you keep extra battery packs on you, and also similar to Halo, if you fire them long enough, they overheat and you have to let it cool down for a little bit. Now, we'll say realistically, to fund a whole army of these fuckers, that everyone's only limited to one of those. Each of them gets like 8 extra battery packs. The battery pack is good for, let's say, 300 shots. 300 shots. And then the flamethrowers can be used for maybe 30 minutes. 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes, you'd have to find a new propane pack or whatever you're going to use to power the flames to load it into the back of your calf. I could go farther and do even more funky bullshit, but then we get into the whole mechanics of a flight suit, which is just...
Oh, I've got you covered there.
Give me the flight suit.
Because in Warhammer 40K, which also has a lot of anti-bug propaganda in it, in Space Marine 2, the first enemy is called the Tyranid Hive Fleet.
Yeah.
So, what the Space Marines have is that they have these suits that are standard issue suits, but you could put on jump packs on the back and clear 2 stories in a single leap. So what if instead of having an integrated suit, we have fucking jump packs on the back? So if we need to bail or jump up into a building somewhere because they made their nest or hive in the side of a building, we could just boom.
All right. I take you that in raise.
Oh.
So, Fortnite?
I've
Hear me out. Shockwave
Okay.
grenades. You can launch yourself, but it'll also launch opponents back.
Interesting.
And since we're in fully armored suits, like we can crash through buildings, it'll still hurt a little bit. But if they crash into something, the weaker bugs, obviously, I know probably the bigger bugs this won't help. But if they like splat into a wall, they just fucking explode.
What if we have the standard issue suit like you have said?
Yeah, yeah.
But instead of having the flamers, and instead of having the normal guns, we strip that. Here, stay with me. And put a giant fucking tank on the back of you. And then you just have this hose looking thing and you just spray acid on the bugs and watch them melt.
So here's the thing with acid, right?
Yes.
That is too hard to control / contain. Like, sure, you can get a container that doesn't melt your pack, but like, what if it hits a building?
I mean, come on, man.
What if you accidentally shoot a fellow human?
I mean, the hostages can't be hostages. They're dead.
Caleb.
I'm sorry.
Caleb, that is awfully hilarious.
What if the suit has the ability to like chuck a small like ball or fucking pad on the ground, and from the sky there's a satellite dish with a giant space laser beam.
All right, now we're just getting into the I can't have nukes. I feel like you can't have a giant space laser beam.
No. The giant space laser beam is a way more precise weapon than a nuclear bomb because I can turn it off and on.
Yeah, but here's the thing with the laser beam. Depending on the size of it, like, are we talking a laser pointer or are we talking fucking Death Star? Because those are gonna have two totally different.
There's a very fine difference between Death Star and Jewish space laser. There's a fine happy medium that we can find.
Not Jewish space lasers, no.
You know, instead of starting little fires in Hawaii, we can like just zap a particularly big bug.
Oh, yeah. 30 minutes in, that's about time for us to get canceled. Yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to think I believe that. It's fine. I could just be well informed on conspiracy theories. I know my shit.
That's
the
fair.
SCP Foundation is totally fake. Anyway.
Hold on. Pause. Let's put a pin in the actual topic of the episode here. What?
How do you think the bugs got there? They broke containment.
Caleb, you expect me to believe that the SCP Foundation, which was created to be basically like a creative writing forum for horror stories,
yes,
is a real thing?
Nah, probably not.
Probably.
I mean, it would be very funny if it was. And like and like one of their main ways to cover up the story is to pretend that it's science fiction on an online forum.
All right, back to bugs.
Okay, back to the bugs. Okay, since we can't have giant space lasers, what if we got a big ass magnifying glass and just floated it over the city?
All right.
With jets
we went from, oh, these are pretty cool ideas to, all right, this is just some kind of fucking cartoon.
Okay. Giant Power Ranger mechazoids to fight off the evil queen bugs that are massive.
We haven't even gotten past the ones that are the size of Volkswagen Beetles. Fuck.
Okay, we'll get past. Okay, we've got the Beetles. Giant scorpions, straight out of Fallout. Just giant fucking scorpions.
Yeah.
Except they're bigger than the Volkswagen bugs. We're probably talking like Ford F-150s. The fucking scorpions, and they got the big ass stinger. And the stinger, if it pierces human skin, just fucking evaporates you. That's what it does. That's what it does. It just fucking. I can't snap very loudly with this hand.
Did that pick up?
No.
It's picking up in OBS.
There we go.
Maybe I just have to talk at the same time, you know?
Yeah. There we go. Anyway, so we gotta figure out a way to deal with those fucking things.
All right.
you said Halo-esque. So what if we see it's about to attack with its poison stinger and fucking armor lock that shit and just take it?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say energy sword and just cut the fucker off.
Oh, we're gonna get to the melee.
All right. Well, yeah, armor locking. I feel like some of the fuck, I forget what they're called. They're not augments. Are they augments?
I don't know. I haven't played.
I haven't played Reach in forever. I feel like armor locking and temporary shield bubbling is beneficial, and in the terms of sci-fi, more realistic than some of the other things we've been saying.
Listen, giant magnifying glass is one of those things that you have to present just in case everyone agrees it's a good idea somehow.
It's not.
I mean, yeah, but could you imagine just having the option?
No.
It's like I gotta adjust it and the fucking rockets go. Just adjust the angle of the magnifying glass. And then, put it back.
Caleb, I thought drugs weren't allowed in the military. Clearly, you're on some to think a giant magnifying glass.
I'm on that fucking crayon, man.
Fucking crayon! Why did I say that like Carl Weezer?
The worst part is that this was $3. It's cheaper than some energy drinks, not ours, but some energy drinks.
Yeah, not ours if you consider the entire like servings per container.
Yeah.
Dude, $3 for that? That's a fucking steal.
I got like 4 of them for $12. That's how math works.
Yeah, good job. You know basic multiplication. Same as the bugs. So, hear me out. There's bugs that are the size of a motorcycle. So smaller than a Volkswagen Beetle. They're a lot easier to kill, but they multiply like motherfuckers.
Oh.
And they swarm. They understand that as one, they are weak. Ape together strong. Bug together strong. So these ones, they're not really about, actually killing people, because especially if they have any kind of armor on, these little motorcycle-sized bugs ain't gonna do nothing. That's the size of, like, an extra-wide human being, essentially, right? So their main role is to hold people down so that way the bigger bugs can eat them ass up.
What if those young motorcycle bugs are a smaller stage of the Volkswagen bugs? Like, you know how insects have a life cycle?
Like, I would feel like they would be two separate species, because hear me out. If they breed like motherfuckers, then that also means that there's a trillion of those Volkswagen bugs. We gotta make this realistically possible for us to beat.
But what if a symbiotic relationship where the fucking Volkswagen bugs eat you and then they just throw up, and then like the smaller bugs eat the puke?
Ew.
Exactly. That's why it has to happen. It's gross enough to be brilliant.
What?
Hang on. A whole unskippable cutscene that the audience has to sit through.
What purpose does the bugs eating the puke serve?
You see, they can't. Their mouths are too small, and they can't get through human bone. But the big ones can digest it and throw it back.
Oh, okay. So they're mama birding him.
Yes, but since they're two separate species, it's like a symbiotic relationship.
I see.
They hold the human down.
I see. Okay. So that connects them, but keeps them separate. Okay.
We have justified this horrible piece of lore that now the audience is probably icking to.
We've rationalized vomit.
Now to go the other direction of rationalizing this vor.
All right, so hear me out.
No!
I go up to the bugs. This is how we win. I go up to them. I go.
Yes, you raise up the hive mind.
I go up. I'd be like, "Hey, who needs those guns when you got these, buddy?"
We're gonna have to get you to the queen in order for this to work. But yes, I see it. I see the path.
I'ma raise up a bug.
So let's.
All right. Back to making it more realistic. I ain't risen up shit.
Okay, so you want power swords? I want an alternative, but still able to be part of the loadout. I want the giant chain sword. It's like a
Are we?
chainsaw, but it's also a sword.
Oh, whenever you said chainsword, for some reason, my mind went to the fucking whip sword thing that Byleth uses.
No, 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 no. I want the
Okay.
I want the chainsaw that's also a sword.
That just sounds like a chainsaw.
Well, yes, but it's on a sword. It's longer and has a sword handle, and
Ah,
it's
yes,
and it's
my bad.
and there's a cord going out the bottom into the
I was about to
elbow
say,
of
do
my
you pull
power
it from the
armor.
bottom of the hilt? Just
No, 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 no. It just attaches to like my elbow, and so when I want it to turn on, all I have to do is squeeze a little bit, and it goes. It just fucking tears through bugs.
All right, all right, all right. Hear me out.
Okay, I'm
Going
hearing
back
you
to
now.
the Zappy analogy,
Yes.
and going back to Fortnite. So you know the Foundation, the Rocks character from Chapter
Yeah.
2.
Yes.
Well, his harvesting tool is literally 2 plasma beams that shoot out of his wrists. Kind of like
Yeah.
what I was mentioning with the flamethrowers. So what if
Yeah.
instead of flamethrowers, like we can still try to find out like this way for swords, this way for flamethrowers. You know, the flamethrowers kind of do like Spider-Man's webs, you know, they come out of
Yeah.
the bottom of the wrist. So we have those plasma swords, so that way if we run out of ammo or anything else, these just feed off of energy. Let's just call it a unknown energy. These things, they don't run out, but since they don't run out, right? Hang on. Since they don't run out, they maybe go like the length of the average forearm. So it's
Uh-huh.
good for taking care of smaller things. Like maybe the Volkswagen Beetle sized ones at the most.
Mm-hmm.
But now you don't have to waste ammo and you can just
I love I love how you've gone the sci-fi route of energy beams and shit, and I've gone the sci-fi route of just pure violence.
yeah,
And it's amazing. I could see us both like it's a two-player game, and I chose the fucking violent explosions and chain swords loadout, and you chose the tech loadout, and you're just zapping bugs out of existence, and I'm chainsawing them in half.
yeah.
It's like, fuck, I'm out of ammo.
Who needs
Okay,
ammo when you've got?
okay, you took away my laser and you took away my magnifying glass.
All right, the magnifying glass is too unrealistic.
I need this next proposal to be a thing. It's a missile launcher, just a tiny, like a torpedo almost. You know, it's a small missile launcher, right? And it does a decent amount of damage, and you know, it could probably one shot anything from like the Volkswagen guys, probably up to if I headshot one of the bigger bugs, it goes down, right?
Yeah.
It comes out of my jump. And I fire it by pelvic thrusting. I need to have this. I don't think you understand, Jacob. I need the pelvic thrust rocket.
You can have the pelvic thrust rocket.
Thank you.
All right.
Boom.
So I started thinking,
Yes. Thank you.
what
for
if
thinking.
what if the power suits could be customizable? So that way they can't be too OP, but also you can have different people that specialize in different things. So let's go back to your acid idea. Maybe not having a whole tank of it, but have the wrist, you can sub that out for one of 4 things: rockets, flamethrower, sword beam, or acid blaster. You could sub it out for one of those 4 things. The only thing that would have infinite use would be the beams, just because they're the weakest. And then everything else, kind of like I mentioned, the canister that attaches to the back of your calf, that's what feeds the rest of it.
I feel like if we're gonna customize our shit like that, we need a 4-man team. So who's gonna be your +1?
No, she's a skinwalker.
I call Tristan.
I would call Evan, but he would run into a horde of bugs, die, and then blame us somehow.
Myrmideli.
All right, so back to Fortnite. These bugs, there's 3 boss bugs, and those boss bugs drop medallion.
Oh, crayon almost went up my nose.
You see, the medallions, here's what they do. They supercharge your suit. They supercharge your suit.
It's supercharged suit.
You see,
You gotta.
they all give the suit a little bit extra oomph, you know? They make the suit a little bit more resistant.
Why'd you make Evan a New Yorker? Sucks.
So, Medallion 1, right? It's a siphon. If you kill something, you get healed. Medallion 2. Medallion 2, right? Medallion 2, you just get an absolute fucking power burst. It's a reverse armor lock. It starts off as an armor lock, but then boom, explosion of plasma, everything around you in like a 10-yard radius, gone. Medallion 3, hot dog, whatever you want it.
Don't try to hide from the bugs when you have the medallions. They just know where you are all the time.
Summer, were you hiding with the medallion? Yeah.
If you don't watch our streams, you have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Nope.
Oof.
Oh my god, I have a headache from doing that.
So, we've made it past the scorpions that turn you into dust.
Someone just said
praying,
no. I texted back yes.
A giant praying mantis.
Yeah, back to this fucker that I feared.
It's 2 stories tall.
Jesus Christ!
It's okay, they're usually, like, actually docile until you get too close. And then they move very quickly. And their eyes are also glowing red.
Why? Just to indicate evil?
Yes. And you know how they have
Medallion 4!
the eyes of the praying mantis. But
Anyway.
and their claws, like you know how they normally have like the regular claws with all the little
Yeah.
with all the little spindles. Yes, each of those little spindles is grossly poisonous and just dripping in purple fluid that burns you on contact.
I don't feel like that's fair since it's 2 stories tall.
It's okay. It doesn't fuck with you unless you get close. You know, I can't let you get close. It's okay. We have the giant magnifying glass.
No, we don't. All you get is the cock rocket.
I shoot cock rocket into Mantis eyeball.
And for added bonus effect, there's a strange white liquid that comes out of every cock rocket. It's poison.
Okay, but we're gonna need these bugs are gonna be pretty fast, so we need a mode of transportation. I think power motorcycles works pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Power motorcycles? Maybe cyborg lions, you know, something very out of the blue.
I say. The little motorcycle bugs that survive, like they die, but their body's intact. We turn him into a fucking motorcycle, baby!
Yeah!
Now, if we can't get those, you know the one really fast guy from My Hero Academia? Some of the suits are equipped with that. I'm cooking.
You know, that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Fortnite Battle Royale? What if we just drop in off of gliders like in Fortnite? And instead of a battle bus, it's like a giant robot moth.
What if instead of it being called the battle bus, it was called the freak bus?
Oh, for God's sakes!
God damn it!
The bus is powered by 3 medallions.
Oh! But what if we got 4? God damn it!
You know, do you remember your laser beam out the wrists idea?
Yeah.
What if you have the ability to combine both of them into a Kamehameha style laser beam, but it takes longer to cool down?
Cook.
You know, it's like usually you've got these that can take out like individual bugs, but then there's a big bug, and you're like, oh god. So you use both of your hands at the same time, and it takes longer to recharge, but at the same time, you hit them with the Kamehameha and blow a pig-sized hole in that motherfucker.
Ladies and gentlemen, I fear that Caleb cooked.
So I get the cock rocket, you get Kamehameha. That's your final move.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so hear me out.
Okay.
This one's gonna be a not serious one, by the way. I'm just telling you right now.
Oh, this is your giant magnifying glass.
All right. You know how in Super Smash Brothers that Wario could save up a fart? What if every time you passed gas in the suit, it just absolutely like overdrive powered the fucking flamethrowers or the beams or whatever? So like
The stink thrower.
imagine you just farted like 15 times.
Humanity's on his last edge. All we've got is pork, beans, and rice.
So you just farted 15 times, right? And all of a sudden, whole horde of bugs, and you're like, huh, I wonder, you shoot the flamethrowers, and instead of being a flame that I would say like the base flame goes 10 feet in front of you, this shit, you do a bunch of fart and you put it together, and boom, cone that starts off at like 1 foot in diameter and just ranges for the next 100 feet and expands into 100 feet in diameter.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob has farted.
Absolute cinema.
Yes. Okay, I figured out something. You know how flies have fly traps?
Yeah.
Giant pads of honey that gets sticky and traps the bugs.
Are you trying to get sued by the bees?
Dude, that could be our flying bug enemy. It's just giant fucking bees. Thanks, Jacob. Thank you for the idea.
Kill yourself.
And instead of pollinating, they eat human flesh. They're carnivorous bees.
I thought there already was a thing as a carnivorous bee.
Well, now giant carnivorous bees.
Hang on, I'm looking this up.
Those are the ones that make their nests in buildings and shit. Because, you know, it's up there. It's up there. Where the bees are.
The vulture bee. It is carnivorous, and its jelly smells of rotting flesh. Or not jelly, honey.
Well, that, except bigger. Bigger. Bigger.
Do we need it to be bigger, though?
Yes.
Do we?
Big enough to take away human beings. With, like, a few of them.
Human beings?
Bang.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Not the Yamcha pose. Ah, he hit us with the Yamcha pose the second time. It's even funnier the second time. All right, get up. Yeah, that's right. Get off that floor. That freshly vacuumed looking floor. Why is this floor so clean? It's usually a shithole. Why did he clean his floor like that? Oh god, that's a face.
Yeah, it is. Ugh.
Yeah. So we've got giant scorpions, giant bug-sized bugs, giant vulture bees. Let's get to the queens.
Yeah, because we got 5 minutes left.
Okay, so the queens are like giant bugs.
Yeah. Woo!
And they got kind of a dumpy on them because that's where all the eggs come from, right?
Caleb,
Yes.
don't try to make people want to fuck the bees.
I'm too late.
What do you mean you're too late?
Anyway, giant queen bugs. We should have like variants where you got the queen mantis, the queen normal one, the queen scorpion,
And they're
the
just
queen...
10 times the size.
Yes, they're like the size of malls and shit. And that's where our Power Rangers Megazord suit comes in. Where we take our Fortnite motorcycle bug motor glider things and combine them into a giant Doomslayer-esque robot
Caleb,
with yes.
no.
We just nuke them. just fucking nuke them.
Nuke
Yeah.
back in the question, baby!
Yeah, but the nuke comes out of a giant magnifying robot in the sky. I'm kidding.
I quit. I quit the podcast. I'm done.
No! All right, Jacob, you get to fly an airplane that's powered by your suit. You literally jump up and the airplane comes in and fucking takes you away, and you're like attached to the
And then we 9/11 the bugs.
I mean, if you want to.
I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
I can melt that thorax though.
Come here, mama! Ah!
And that's how we die. We heroically somehow kill all 4 of these queens with our 2 planes.
Mr. President, there has been a 5th medallion! Alright, listen here. The 5th medallion.
Ah, yes.
Instant kill bug.
Damn.
All. Instant kill all bug.
Damn. I should have known. I can't believe he taskmastered the bugs.
Yeah. Instant kill all bug.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
But
I thought
to get
I thought for the 5th I thought the 1st medallion was instant reverse 9/11, where you crash into the plane and then you live.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. The only way to get the power of the 5th medallion is to collect all 5.
Ah, yes, of course. That's why Evan's here. He's gathering all the medallions.
Mm-hmm. You see, the medallions are essentially just Chaos Emeralds.
Oh, for fuck's sake! How many references? How many references?
There's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman.
You know, it would be kind of funny if you could catch these bugs with a Pokeball-esque thing and use them to fight other bugs.
All right. To end off the episode. So, Summer's sister has been hopping into our Fortnite party lately.
Uh-huh.
As of Saturday, she was level 5. As of today, she's level 67. That's what happens when you're unemployed, bitch!
Give me a sec.
All right.
No, I don't want to use Alt-Z to use GeForce Experience.
The fuck are you about to do?
I'm checking something real quick. You and I have been streaming Fortnite a little bit, right? Like we've done a couple of the Fortnite adventures together, haven't we?
Caleb, don't tell me you're lower level than Summer's sister.
You started Saturday. There's a. If I said the possibility was 0, I'd be a liar. I'm just checking. Just checking. What level did you say she was?
67.
Level 67. It is connecting. I'm looking at the Lego Fortnite girl. Who the fuck is that? You know,
Bright Bomber.
Bright Bomber. Interesting.
Yeah, it's
No,
a
I don't wanna-
season chapter 2 skin, season 2 skin. I don't know.
Yes, Fortnite. I would like to not stream to Discord. Fuck. You know, this is taking a. Okay. Battle Pass. I'm level 51. No! 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 No!
Pour one out for the homie. This is a candle.
I know. Yeah, I just poured.
Honey pear. Well, that brings us to time, Caleb. You got anything else you want to say before we hop off today, aside from how fucking stupid that got towards the middle to the end?
Remember, kids, trust your government. They never lie, ever.
Never. They have your best interest at heart.
Always 100% of the time.
Both sides. They both totally care about you. Yeah.
Never bullshit you.
Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't sell you out for anything.
All right, I'm gonna start dancing.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, comment I survived Bug-pocalypse 2042 in the comments. Here in 18 years, that comment might mean something someday. Bye, everybody!